Regional Development Bank. The Alliance of Sahel states comprising Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger has taken a major step toward economic integration and financial independence with the establishment of a Regional Investment and Development Bank. With an initial capital of approximately 895 million US dollars, the bank is expected to finance large-scale infrastructure projects and accelerate economic development across 3 countries. The move underscores the Alliance's determination to build alternative regional institutions following its departure from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. More than just a financial institution, the new bank represents a strategic shift toward economic sovereignty and self-financed development in one of Africa's most challenging yet resource-rich regions. The Alliance of Sahel States, also known as AES, was established in September 2023. Boubacar Nakanado disclosed that the bank will commence operations with an initial capital base of 50 billion CFA francs, or approximately $895 million. The funding is expected to support strategic investment across sectors that are critical to economic growth and regional integration. Among the priorities areas are transport infrastructure projects such as highways and rail network that will improve connectivity between member states. Investment are also expected in electricity generation and transmission, particularly at a time when millions across the Sahel country continue to face limited access to reliable power supply. The agricultural sector, which remains the backbone of the economies of the 3 countries, is also expected to benefit through investment aimed at boosting food security and improving value chain development. Additionally, the bank will support industrialization projects, telecommunications infrastructure, and an initiative designed to facilitate cross-border trade and investment. By financing projects that are tailored to the needs of member states, the Alliance hopes to reduce its dependence on foreign funding and create sustainable pathway for economic development. The significance of this development extends beyond economic for the 3 countries. The establishment of the bank is a declaration of their commitment to economic sovereignty. Leaders within the Alliance have consistently argued that Africa must mobilize its own resources and develop institutions that reflect its priorities rather than relying predominantly on external creditors and development partners. Analysts note that access to financing remains one of the greatest obstacles to infrastructure development across Africa. According to estimates by continental institutions, Africa requires hundreds of billions of dollars annually to bridge its infrastructure financing gap. Regional development banks have therefore become increasingly important instrument for mobilizing long-term capital and supporting transformational projects. However, the new institution will also face significant challenges. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger continue to grapple with security threats linked to insurgent activities, economic pressures arising from political transitions, and the need to build investor confidence. Questions also remain regarding how the bank will attract additional capital, manage lending risks, and establish partnerships with regional and international financial institutions. Despite these challenges, the establishment of the Investment and Development Bank sent a strong message about the Alliance's ambition. It reflects a broader vision of building resilient economies that are less vulnerable to external shocks, while promoting greater regional cooperations among member states. For observers across Africa, the initiative will serve as an important test case for whether regional alliances can successfully establish and sustain independent financial institutions capable of delivering meaningful economic transformation. If effectively managed, the AES Investment and Development Bank could become a catalyst for infrastructure development, job creation, and economic integration across the Sahel state. And that is it for the insight. We go on a short break now, and when we return, we see what the prices are saying in the equity markets. Please stay with us.
Tired of the snow? Tired of the bad? 388-7277. Free TV. Digital TV for free. Brought to you by NBC.
And now to the Nigerian equity, where the stock market opened trading today on a slightly positive note following a marginal gain recorded in the previous trading session. The NGX All-Share Index opened at 241,762.01 points, reflecting a 0.01% increase or a gain of 12.90 points. Market capitalizations opened at approximately 155.14 trillion naira, underscoring the market's resilience despite recent volatility. Market sentiment remained cautiously bullish as investors weighed bargains hunting opportunities alongside key economic and corporate developments that could shape trading activities in today's session. And to the top gainers, leading the gainers chart today is the First Holdco PLC, which advanced by plus 9.98%. Coronation Insurance PLC followed with a gain of plus 9.69%, while Triple G and AMP Company PLC appreciated by plus 8.96%. Also, among the top performers is the Legend Internet PLC, which rose by plus 7.87%, and NSL Tech PLC, which gained plus 4.88%, reflecting sustained investor interest across selected equities on the Nigerian stock market. And onto the losers chart. Leading the charts today is International Energy Insurance PLC that led the decline, shedding minus 9.94%. Legend Internet PLC followed with a loss of minus 9.18%, while FTG Insurance PLC fell minus 7.67%. Northern Nigeria Flour Mills PLC recorded a decline of minus 6.58%, and Custodian Investment PLC rounded out the list with a loss of minus 5.84% exchange today. And now on to the commodity markets. A 50-kilogram bag of locally produced rice is selling for between 57 to 63,000 naira, while imported rice is retailing for 70 to 86,000 naira. A 50-kilogram bag of beans is currently selling for 70 to 95,000 naira, and a 25-liter container of vegetable oil is priced between 80 to 96,000 naira, while the same quantity of palm oil is selling for 60 to 72,000 naira. And in the downstream energy market, petrol, also known as the PMS, is retailing for 1,210 naira to 1,350 naira to a liter. Diesel is selling for 1,005 to 1,650 to a liter, while kerosene is priced between 1,050 naira and 1,150 naira to a liter. And meanwhile, cooking gas, is retailing for 1,500 to 1,700 naira per kilogram, depending on location and suppliers. And these prices are indicative and may vary across state and market due to transportation costs, supply conditions, and local demand. And lastly, from the equity market, we go to the foreign exchange market, where the naira is exchanging at approximately 1,384 naira to $1. Meanwhile, in the parallel market, also known as the black market, the naira is trading at around 1,408 naira to the dollar for buying and 1,420 naira for selling. Exchange rate in the parallel market may vary slightly depending on location and the dealer and the transaction size as well. And that is it from the equity market. We go on a short break now, and when we return, we delve into the conversation of the day with our guests joining us via Zoom. Please stay with us.
Imagine say television, movies, news and entertainment dey your pocket just like that. Welcome to Free TV app. Now the #1 digital TV app for Nigeria. free TV app get over 100 live TV channels, breaking news, sports, Nollywood movies.
The studio, Mr. Ibrahim Ibu Gadangayang. on the surface, they have been trying to. We know they were going to come up with something like this, but not this strong. Coming up to develop, to establish a bank for the three countries. Just give us a little background of what led to them breaking out of the ECOWAS.
Well, actually, the Sahel region comprises more or less of countries that are francophone.
Yes.
Countries that have been colonized by France.
By France.
Yes. So, and very unfortunately, a lot of things had happened that led into their cutting away from the alliance of the West African, the West African Economic Community of African ECOWAS.
Yes.
And I think first it was Burkina Faso that broke away, then followed by Niger, and then followed by Mali.
Mali, yes.
And then there's the third one, I think, was it the Senegal or something like that?
Yes. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
And Niger. I think it is essentially more or less a political affair, actually, of which the Francophone African countries were not initially very comfortable with the situation. So one country decided to break away, and then it was later followed by the other. Anyway, whatever led to this was actually very destabilizing to the West African economic countries. But we found ourselves now in a situation whereby, unfortunately, we lost some of our greatest countries. That you know, they were already trying to fight influence of the French colony, because before their breakup, France used to control almost the resources that are coming out of the Sahel regions.
Yes.
Particularly from Niger. I think Niger alone is responsible for powering to a great deal the power in France. So now they want to become less reliant on France, because all those countries in the Sahel region, they used to use one currency. This is the CFA, or the CFA.
Yes.
Currency, the Francophone, the African. And that one is controlled by the French Central Bank. Anytime they want to take those monies, they only take a fraction of it. And this is very, very uncomfortable. Because when French colonize you, they keep colonizing you till death do you part. They find that pretty embarrassing and pretty disturbing. And now that they have found their freedom to a certain degree, they are trying to become economically independent. And I think, rightly or wrongly, they of Southern Africa come together and form one continent, one state. Let us become something similar to one state. Use one country, eradicate things like visas before one African country. Exactly. Let us become free trade zone. And so many African leaders have lost their life because of this struggle. And for the first time, we are seeing very young, strong African countries and very young, strong African leaders coming together to do something meaningful for their continent. And for me, I think it's a step in the right direction. This development bank, I think, is initially bringing out about $895 billion injecting into that banking system. Essentially, to finance and fund infrastructural development in energy, in agriculture, and in industrial revolution. Very soon, you'll begin to see these small African countries begin to do wonders. Countries like Nigeria should have been thinking along that direction.
In fact, to me, I feel Nigeria should be the forerunner.
Yes, exactly. We should have been leading. I remember there was almost something like a threat when the Burkina Faso president was threatening to leave the ECOWAS. I remember. There are some presidents that are even trying to send some threatful message to them, but it just, against all odds, they were able to split away. For one thing, with good intention, to develop the African countries, although not officially part of the Sahel region.
The Sahel region.
Yes, so I think we will see great improvement in the economy of those three Sahel regions, particularly in agriculture, trade, and then industrial revolution.
So how do you think this move fits into the activities, the alliance of the Sahel states, especially when it comes to the broader vision, the economic visions, even the political visions as well? How does it fit into those visions?
It fits perfectly, but I think the one thing they will now begin to address quickly before they even involve themselves in before they will commit themselves to infrastructural development is fighting against insecurity.
Okay.
fighting insecurity. Because at least now, most of these insurgents are actually found in those regions, particularly Niger and then Mali. It is from there that a large percentage of them are finding themselves into Nigeria
yes,
and other neighboring West
countries.
African countries. You understand? So I think that will be the first initiative they will exert greater effort in the fighting against the fight against insurgency. Once they are able to do that, and already Niger is playing wonderfully in that direction. I remember there was at a point in time, Niger was feeding Nigeria with vital security information regarding the movement of particularly the Boko Haramites. At some time, Nigeria has taken action based on the recommendation and advice of the Nigerian government, but at some time, I think they have been ignored.
Okay.
So once they are able to control the insecurity or to bring it to the barest minimum, I see potentialities of growth and development in infrastructure, agriculture, and economic growth within the Sahel region.
But
Yes.
let's talk about the price. $895 million. Let's talk about the amount that the bank that they're starting, that something like the startup capital. let me borrow that word.
Yeah, that's called the initial capital.
Yes.
That would be the use for the project.
Yes, for the running of the bank and all. How well do you think it will fit into those countries? Now, let's see, the population of Burkina Faso alone is approximately 24.6 million. Mali, 26.3 million. Niger,
24 and then 26.
Yes.
We are already seen almost 50 something
50
million.
something, yes. Yes, 50 something or more. And then we have for Niger 28.8 million. That's a lot of population. In total sum 79.7 million people. That's let's start with security. How well would this amount be able to tackle the issue of insecurities in these Sahel states?
Well, first of all, I don't think they will see it in this perspective.
Okay.
Actually, you see, the money is adequate as an initial deposit, and even at that, they are not going to pull away the whole money and then start using it for project implementation and other things.
Yeah.
They must have their priorities. They must have their plans. You understand? In whatever we do in Niger is we are going to replicate similarly in Mali or Burkina Faso. No, they will first of all consider what are the immediate needs in those various areas. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Niger. That Niger, they are looking at me like that. I'm telling you.
You know what is in my head when I hear the name Niger.
To you as a Nigerian, you may think you are far better.
Yes.
It's not the case.
In fact, when the name Niger comes to my mind,
yes,
I just, oh Lord have mercy on me. I see it as a poverty-stricken. I don't know why it comes to my mind. Probably it's because of the way we see them around. I see them like they're really very, despite the fact that we.
I remember one of my daughters was telling me she thought every Indian as good looking and as rich as the Indian.
Yes, you wouldn't blame us. Probably the television, the movies.
Yes, so the Nigerians you are seeing here. You are only seeing 0.000% of the entire Nigerian people. Of course, now.
Wow.
Those one are just like your people are going to South Africa and now they are being away. Those ones you are seeing, they are coming to search for greener pastures. greener pastures.
Please forgive my imagination.
So, and on a serious note, actually,
yes,
the amount is huge. If you consider those three Sahel region, we are only talking about 3 countries.
3 countries.
Remember, there are the trillions or hundred of billions of naira you as Nigerian are always budgeting as year in year out as budget.
As a nation.
Has it been impacting your life?
Not at all.
So you are thinking about 300 or something trillion naira in these 3 countries, and you are even wondering how it's going to be judiciously utilized. And let me tell you something. These are disciplined leaders.
Yes.
These are people that are ready to sacrifice their life for their citizens. Look at Ibrahim Traore.
Yes.
He is ready to die. There have been over 12 attempts to silence him. And he's ready to go.
He's prepared to go. These are what we call leaders, not rulers.
Leaders.
They are leaders. And so many other African countries are having rulers. This is the difference. Leaders think about the people, think about the nation. Rulers think about and say, we are not developing this bank to fund infrastructural development, agriculture, energy, and indoor. That this is what you intend to do. And this is supposed to be what other African countries should have been doing. And Nigeria should have been in the forefront.
In the forefront, sincerely. Sincerely.
Nigeria should have been the first setter in this initiative.
Use those 3 countries' dependence on foreign loans.
The political will is there.
Is there? If
we
you have the right leaders.
We have no business going all over the world looking for loans. After all, we are the life of the world. Greater percentage of the resources, natural resources, minerals are deposited in Africa. Yes, we are the energy home. We are the bread. We are the food basket of the world. We have everything except leadership. And for the first time in a very long time, we are beginning to see men with the heart and mind of being leaders. And we are proud of them.
We are.
And I see this bank, sooner or later, other giants in Africa will be going to that particular development bank. So very soon we will take our calabash just like the
Shamelessly,
and start going to the Sahel development bank and start seeking for loans. Because we lack the initiative. We lack the initiative.
It will be a slap to those African countries.
But I will not be surprised if we do that.
Of course.
I will not be surprised. And there are millions of Nigerians that think alongside me. I'm telling you, I will not be surprised. I've never envisaged that one day we'll come and say we'll be going to take loan from Africa Development Bank. We are supposed to be the foundation of the Africa Development Bank itself.
So following their exit from the ECOWAS, do you think this is a right step at the right direction for the state? Or we're not seeing them like putting this like a test run, like a trial. They want to try this. We're seeing them doing it, saying this is what we want to do. Does this strike you as a right step in the right direction?
Leaving the African Union is not the right step in the right direction because we are supposed to be together.
Yes.
But when we are working as a team, and I see the potentials and out of certainty that you are dragging me behind. You are trying to be a stumbling block to my success. Honestly speaking, even in a small classroom environment, better use of their resources. Unlike other countries who the other part of the world will be dictated to you how you are going to sell your products. Do you understand? Or giving you funny economic policies to be implemented at the detriment of your development.
Yes.
So if they leave and it's working for them, no big deal. No big deal.
On the long run, do you see more African countries leaving the ECOWAS? Will it get to
economically driven conglomeration of African states?
What about us in the western part of Africa?
West Africa, you see, you have people like Ghana. They have no business being part of the Sahel.
No, I'm not talking about the Sahel now. Maybe wanting to form something of our own to come together.
We can't.
We can't.
We can't because there are different interests. There is different international influence pulling us. Do you understand? Some have some other influence. Others have been influenced by others. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's so close to impossible.
For as long as somebody is holding the remote control, controlling you, you cannot think straight.
Never.
You have to take initiative to be able to become fully independent. And this is the initiative that those three have taken. Do you understand? And coincidentally, all these three are not civilian, are not democratic governments. I hope you have noticed that. They are all military. They are all military. And I am not a supporter of military dictatorship. But at least for them, it is working.
It was working for them.
I think we are past a stage whereby we'll continuously be seeing military being democratically elected governments.
Yes. But it is working for them. Can we give them that benefit of a doubt?
That is what I said.
Yes.
That is what I said. The only mess for me is the fact that it's military dictatorship. I can't even call it dictatorship. I will just say military administration.
Of course.
Yes.
Because, well,
And it's not in the present world, I don't think that any country needs to see military in the helm of affairs ruling the country. That's the only exception to this particular angle for me.
So let's talk about the economy of Africa at large. Do you see this affecting the economy of Africa negatively in a way, or do you see it in a positive light?
No, it can't affect. It can't negatively affect the economy of any African countries.
Okay.
Because as it is, they know that they are part of Africa, and they know that the Africans are still their brothers and sisters. So even though you are not part of the alliance,
excluding South Africa, I think South Africa.
No. They are still our brothers, but they are our prodigal brothers. They are still our brothers. No, the Hausa man says, you can't cut off your hand simply because it is paining you. Do you understand? You always have to bear the pain and still allow the hand to remain your body part.
But that is going to be
there is no situation. Even if the heart is rotting, you wouldn't like somebody to cut it.
but as I'm sorry, permit me to say something.
Honestly, they are okay. No, they are our brothers. Honestly speaking, they are brothers.
All right.
This is the kind of language that some people want to hear, that we are rejecting our very own. And this is not African nature. They are our part. They are part of us. Yes. If they can come and say, we are sorry, we have to forgive them. The fact that they cannot go and paint themselves to be white or yellow, they are still part of us. Even the white one among them, they are still Africans. You know, Africa is a rainbow country. We have the white, we have the red, we have the colored, especially in South Africa. So they are part of us. But hey, seriously, I don't see this bank or this coming together of the Sahel region to form an extension of the ECOWAS will economically affect any African country. Because any country that want to do business with them, for as long as you want to do business with them, you are welcome. Okay. I don't think because Nigeria wants to buy some resources from Niger, that Niger say, no, we are no longer part of ECOWAS, we are not going to. After all, we are going to India to buy things. Isn't it? We are going to Turkey to buy things. Why can't we buy from our brothers?
True.
Yes, I think it will just affect the political relationship slightly before things will now normalize.
Go on
as it is now. That is just it.
All right. So let's talk about the challenges this bank might face. Do you foresee any possible challenges in the future? Of course there will be.
Honestly, of course there will be, especially in trying to fund the bank itself. They will face one challenge here or there, because at a certain point there may be difficulty in raising funds to actually sustain. I'm not saying they will.
Yeah,
they may face difficulties in trying to actually raise more funds. Of course they have tried in raising the initial capital, but subsequent funding may be slightly hard for them. That is the only chance, and that is because of the incursion and influence of other international organizations. Up till today, I tell you, there are several attempts to take away, particularly the Burkina Faso president.
Okay.
And there have been attempts to hurt their economy. Not only that one, not only the Burkina Faso from South Africa. You may likely see so many Nigerians moving out to even Burkina Faso. As it is now. I know a person who has a lot of children in Burkina Faso and Mali.
Wow.
Who have just traveled there not long ago. Already you know that Niger is just like a home to many northern Nigerians, particularly those from Katsina and Sokoto and Kano, and even to some extent Borno. You understand?
Yes.
So you always move around to see where life is more easier, where the pasture is greener, especially now in Nigeria. I am telling everybody that for the youth, the pasture in Nigeria is not green.
Sadly.
Every youth knows about that. And most of the time, I'm not even talking about myself. You know it. I'm more concerned about the youth.
The younger ones.
Because we have hundreds of millions of youth. And people like me and the people ahead of older than the best of education free. Our parents didn't have to bear the cost of our education. Do you understand? But this particular young generation, the youth today, you have to be charged exorbitantly. And even after you graduated with your degree, there's no job in sight for you. This is very sad. This is not the Nigeria our forefathers had envisaged. It's disappointing. So when countries like the Sahel are now trying to make things better for their citizens, and even including other African countries, I don't see any problem with this. And believe you me, very soon you will see